Oh, tried doing this last night. I was having troubles with the YouTube stream. Let's hope today I'm not having these types of issues with the YouTube stream. But hey, it's been a while, guys. What is up here? Chase Oliver bringing you another live stream, another WWE Live RAW review to the channel. Let's talk about this shit, shall we? 7/2/18. I need some therapy after this, man. I don't know why I keep watching this week to week. Like, for real, I wish I could sit down with Dr. Shelby and I could ask him, how come my insane ass always wants to watch WWE? How come I'm still watching this at the age of 25? Like, when am I going to just say enough is enough? You know, sometimes I get to the point where I'm like, man, I really want a break from wrestling. I really do. I really want to take a break. Not watch this for a while, man. Just say screw it. Like, I ain't watching this anymore. I'm done. Tap out. You know, like, I'm in a submission mode. Daniel Bryan has me in the yes lock. Just tap. But then I think about it, and I just have too much fun talking about it. Like, you know, that's the one thing. Everyone goes like, oh, you don't like it so much. Why don't you just stop watching? Man, dude, I like talking about wrestling, dude. Talk about wrestling's fun. There's so much funny shit to talk about this show. There is, man. Like, that's the only reason why, like, I'm not sitting here like, oh man, dude, I just don't want to do it. It's just more talking about it. Yeah, but the reason why there was no videos like last week, my laptop had some issues. It is what it is. You got to deal with those issues sometimes in real life. So yeah, my laptop had some issues and everything. But before we get started with this review, I just want to know what
got to deal with those issues sometimes in real.
Why do you guys still watch wrestling? Even if you're watching live or watching this video to playback, I feel like that's something that we can get a good discussion going. I just want to know, how come some of y'all still keep watching the product? How come some of y'all still go on and you say, hey, I'm still watching this, even though you know it's bad, even though you probably don't enjoy it as much? Why is it that you guys still watch pro wrestling? Really want to know. So just want to know why some of y'all still watch this product to this very day. Because for me personally, I don't know why I still watch. I really don't. But anyways, let's get started with this live review. Shout out to my affiliates, WrestlingWithWrestling.com, covering all four corners of the ring. I do realize that it's July 3rd, so not many people probably going to be watching this via live, probably getting ready for 4th of July, and hopefully you guys have a safe 4th of July if you guys do. So anyways, Monday Night Raw. What happened this week? Well, the usual crap. It just felt like this episode was a rewind of last week's episode. Like, I felt like nothing really progressed. Like, they were just like, all right, we'll announce some matches for Extreme Rules, and that's it. Like, that's pretty much what I felt like this episode of Raw. Like, Roman Reigns, he has to be the worst booked character currently in the WWE. There isn't a character more terribly booked than Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the worst booked character. Because, like, for me personally, I watch this and I say to myself, and you guys know I'm a Roman Reigns fan, and I say to myself, how can anyone like this guy? This guy is just such a dick. Like for real, he's an asshole. He's an egomaniac. He thinks that he is so great. And it's just like, how is he not a heel? But yet WWE tries to build sympathy, make you feel bad for the guy, make it seem like this guy is admirable. Like, look, finally, how many times have you guys watched my channel week in and week out? And how many times have I said, man, dude, Roman Reigns is the worst friend. He doesn't even protect his friend Seth Rollins. He really doesn't. He lets Seth Rollins get his ass beat week in, week out. And then all of a sudden, now Roman Reigns cares about his friend Seth Rollins? And so now you have it where Roman Reigns has to wrestle 2 matches tonight. One with Seth Rollins versus McIntyre and Ziggler. And the other one teaming up with Bobo, taking on the Revival. And then it's like Lashley, he seems like the good guy. He seems like a reasonable guy. Like the thing is with WWE, I feel like they just don't know how to book heroes anymore. I feel like they don't know how to book good guys. That's what I really think. I really think they just either stumble on to building a babyface, like it was just on accident, or, you know, they try and then they make them villains. Like, I really do feel like they just don't know how to book heroes nowadays. And don't say, oh, Chase, well, look at Care Bear, look at Strowman, he's a good guy. He was booked on accident. WWE didn't want him to be a good guy. They wanted him to be a monster heel. Now he's a monster cartoon character. Don't tell me that they were all trying to book Strowman as some freaking babyface. No. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to book good guy wrestlers. They know how to book bad guy wrestlers, but good guy wrestlers, they don't know how to do that anymore. Like, Roman Reigns is the worst babyface I've seen. I still like the guy. I think he's talented as all hell. You're not going to convince me not to be a Roman Reigns fan. But I will agree, if someone tells me, oh, Roman Reigns is just a heel, a bad character, yeah, absolutely. Dude sucks as a character. Like, his character, if it was a heel, oh, this would be a great character. But as a babyface, this is terrible. I feel no sympathy for this guy. And in fact, it makes me want to see this guy lose more than win. It's just like, dude, I want to see this idiot lose. And then when he wins, it's more like, oh, really? He's winning again? Like, the Roman Reigns character is one of the worst characters right now in WWE. And it's a shame, because this guy deserves better. Like, this guy should not be one of the worst characters in pro wrestling. Like, he should at least be a consistent character. A consistent character for WWE product and television. But instead, he's one of the worst characters that I've ever seen. So anyways, Roman Reigns is a bad character. He got his match with Bobby Lashley. So what happened with Roman Reigns this week? He teamed up with Seth Rollins to take on Ziggler and McIntyre. That ended in a no contest type of finish because the Revival came up and beat them up. Then afterwards, he fought the Revival. And by the way, after he got beat up by the Revival, he didn't sell that shit or whatever. He came out, I'm the big dog. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm ready to go. And then he gets his ass beat again by the Revival. Doesn't tag in Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley walks out of the match. And he does what any sane human being would do. What any person that hates people do. He just walks away. And like, this is supposed to, like, WWE thinks that Bobby Lashley walking away, this should make him a heel. Oh, Lashley left Reigns high and dry. What an asshole. No, good. Reigns was being a dick to Lashley the whole time. Why the fuck would I be all like, oh man, why would I feel bad for Roman Reigns? No, Lashley walked away. Good. He doesn't need to deal with this. Roman's the one who brought this on himself. And then you have where Roman Reigns goes and he's like, I want a match with the big dog, Kurt. Give me a match with Bobby Lashley. Come on, Kurt. And then Kurt's like, I know, Roman, you're mad at what he did. And you know what? Oh, it's true. It's damn true. You're getting the match at Extreme Rules. It's like, really? Like seriously, WWE, stop it. Y'all are drunk. Stop trying to get sympathy for Roman Reigns. It ain't going to work. This is something where I just don't know if they don't understand or get it. But like, you trying to get sympathy for this man ain't going to work. It just ain't going to work. And if tonight's episode didn't show you that, then when are you going to wake up and realize, hey, maybe we should just make this guy into a badass, or maybe an egotistical heel? Because even then, when you make him an egotistical heel, fans are going to cheer him anyways, so he'll become an egotistical babyface. When are you just going to go down that grain and just make him like that? Because like right now, as it stands, Bobby Lashley right now is the babyface in this feud, and Roman Reigns is the heel. Just based off presentation. Hey, I'm excited for the match. Y'all know me, Lashley and Reigns. That's some good shit right there. I'll take that. That's like my Universal title match right there. So yeah. Yeah, Reigns does need a gimmick, Blue Knight. He doesn't have a gimmick. He's just the big dog. What the fuck is a big dog? And stuff like that. Battletoad, hey man, you gotta watch Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's a legit wrestler. That's legitness right there. Oh yeah, by the way, Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, they're gonna have a 30-minute Iron Man match at Extreme Rules. Oh my god. I like Seth Rollins, man, but why do I have to watch Dolph Ziggler for 30 minutes on July 15th? Fuck me. They hear you. No, I don't want to hear you, Dolph Ziggler. I want you done. Oh, 30-minute Iron Man match between Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. That's going to be great. What else happened on Raw? Mojo Rawley punked out, I almost said Coco Beware, No Way Jose. I like No Way Jose. I just think WWE is not doing a good job with him. Like, he should be a good gimmick. Like, It's sad, man. It's sad that he doesn't have a good gimmick. You know, that he's not over with the crowd. Because that dude should be over, man. If this was like, I just feel like maybe he's in the Raw era. Because like if this was in the 90s or mid 2000s, oh, no way Jose would be hot. Maybe wrestling fans just don't like fun stuff anymore, right? Like, they're all too serious, dude. They'd rather just see, like, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly wrestle for 45 minutes than have a fun character than No Way Jose. Like, screw good characters. We want to watch Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong because they can wrestle. But anyways, what else happened on Raw? That was worth a damn. Oh, Bayley and Sasha Banks went to therapy. And at this moment in time, I felt like I need to go to therapy. Because this is ridiculous. I wanted one thing back. I said, you know what? Bring back Dr. Shelby. WWE at least has to do something right. And when Shelby came back, I was like, hey, I'm down with this. But then I forgot Bayley and Sasha had to cut promos. I forgot about that. I forgot that Bayley and Sasha had to cut promos. And then they cut their promos, and they were trash. Like this feud that felt like, oh, it's so personal. Oh, we're been best friends forever. Oh, we're so close. You would think that these segments would be funny and emotional or something like that, but no, it was just like cringe. Like even Ronda Rousey, our girl Cringe Ronda, was cringing at this. She was like, eh. She even thought this was trash. This was just bad. Not even good. It was literally the worst thing I've seen from these two women. Like they were just sitting there not even trying. And then later on when it came down to the role-playing aspect, I was expecting, okay, this is going to be some emotional deep dive shit right here. This is where these girls are going to get really emotional about this. And instead, Sasha Banks goes and mocks Bayley. And then Bayley goes and mocks Sasha Banks. And it wasn't even funny. Like, I wasn't sitting there laughing. I was just like, what the fuck am I watching, man? Like for real. This feud was built on emotion. The fact that Bayley feels like Sasha Banks is not being a good friend. So now let's try to make it where, like, these women try to be funny. And I bet you Bayley and Sasha Banks, when doing this skit, they're like, gee, it's hilarious. The fans are going to love this. No. No one loved this shit. Dr. Shelby couldn't even save this shit. Dr. Shelby was like one of the few highlights of that whole Team Hell No thing. And that was funny. That worked with Team Hell No. Bayley and Sasha Banks are not Team Hell No. They're Team Get Off My TV. So, like, when it comes down to it, this was trash. The B team versus the Hardy. Yeah, that was fun. You know, B team keeps beating the Hardy, which means Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are going to win. I mean, the B team, it was funny. Like, here's the thing. I feel like they're doing the whole impersonation skit way too much. It was funny the first couple times, but then when they were, like, trying to do it this week, it's like, okay, no. Unless this leads to Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt being so mad that they're being mocked that we're going to go to the Hardy compound, I'm not going to buy it. Because that would be funny if we got like the fake Bray Wyatt and the fake Matt Hardy facing the real ones at the Hardy compound. That shit would be hilarious, but it is what it is. I feel like I'm missing something from Raw before I talk about Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. I feel like I am, but I don't think it's that important if I can't remember off the top of my head. I do have notes. Like, people think I don't have notes, but I write down the notes. Like, my notes are pretty much the important stuff. Like, I say, like, okay, I feel like this is important talking about because I don't feel like you guys need to hear about, like, the Authors of Pain beating up Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews. Like, I feel like you guys don't need to hear a deep dive thoughts about that. But when it comes down to, like, deep dive stuff, I feel like you guys do need to hear about certain stuff. But, like, yeah, I feel like there's, like, another Extreme Rules storyline that was, oh, Constable, there we go, that's why I forgot about it, because it featured, yo, fucking Smiley Goof, Constable Corbin. Oh, I love this guy. Constable Corbin's a main eventer. I love this guy. He is now one of the Chase Oliver favorites. Everyone's going to be like, oh, I hate this guy already. You like Constable Corbin. Well, maybe you should like Constable Corbin. The metal shop teacher is sick. He comes out wearing his nice watch. And he was giving good reasons why Finn Balor is a piece of shit. And all of a sudden, Finn Balor comes out, and this guy, he deep dive into that Q&A. We're almost, Keen Spartan, almost to that Q&A. We'll deep dive into the Q&A soon. Don't worry. We just got Yahoo, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, and Porta Potty. And then we will deep dive into the Q&A portion of this stream. But yeah, man. Finn Balor comes out, and this guy is just such a smiley goof, man. Like, he is just, I can't take him seriously, dude. And this is the guy that people are like, oh, he should face Undertaker at WrestleMania. He should face Brock Lesnar. Like, you know what, man? Forget his Universal title. Like, it's not even a reign. Forget him ever winning the Universal title, because that's a joke. In my personal knowledge, Goldberg is the first ever Universal champion, because Kevin Owens' reign was a joke. Like, this was bad, man. Like Constable Corbin, you saw Corbin was trying to be a good villain, but it's like, here's the thing. WWE, like I said, they don't know how to book babyfaces. The only reason why people like Finn Balor is because he's a quote-unquote good wrestler. Character-wise, there's nothing to like about this guy. He's just as much of a dick as Roman Reigns. And the thing is, WWE always feels like their babyfaces have to be sarcastic and funny and quick-witted. No! Sometimes a babyface can just be someone that is just serious. Or sometimes a babyface can be someone that can doubt themselves. A babyface doesn't always need to be like, oh, I'm a jokester. I tell the funniest jokes. A babyface sometimes is someone that can also be taken seriously. And also, a babyface is not always right on the heel. The reason why heels need to be effective is because the heel is always right. That's what makes you hate a heel. When you say to yourself, hey, this guy's right. I fucking hate that. You don't want the heels to be right, but they are right. And that's what makes them great. Like Chris Jericho back when he was feuding with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels was the vengeful babyface, but Chris Jericho was right. You didn't need to bring your wife into the ring. You're the reason why your wife got punched, Shawn Michaels. So it was like, you felt bad for Shawn Michaels, but at the same time, you hated Chris Jericho more because Chris Jericho's right. Here, Constable Corbin's trying to do that, but the WWE writers are like, hey, let's make Finn Balor a jokester and have it where he's smiling the whole time like, Yahoo! Oh, you ain't serious about this, Baron. Oh, Baron, you don't know what you're talking about. You can't handle me, Yahoo! Oh, Colombia tied it. Good for them. They're going to go to penalties with England. But you get the idea. Like, this is stuff that makes no sense to me. So, yeah, Finn Balor, Baron, Constable Corbin. Constable Corbin's a main eventer. Finn Balor is a jobber. Move on forward. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. You know what's funny, too? There was a commercial before this match that showed that Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss was Extreme Rules match. So, like, the announcement where Nia Jax is like, oh, yeah, by the way, Alexa, our match is now an Extreme Rules match. Like, it fell flat, because I was like, I already knew that because of a commercial. Like where all of a sudden am I like, all of a sudden like, oh, it's not Extreme Rules match, oh! Like I already knew that because of the commercial. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already knew that. So why was this, like, supposed to be a drop? But anyways, Nia Jax faced Mickie James in a forgettable whatever type of match. And all I can really say about this is, man, Natalya, like, dude, Natalia's on some premier level shit right now, dude. Just being honest with you, I fucks with Natalya right now, man. Like she looking fine. Like, I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like Natalya's looking fine, like in fuego. So yeah, man, Natalya's looking pretty fine to me. I don't know how you guys see this, but she looking pretty fine to me. So anyways, I mean, hey, dude, I don't know what y'all think. I just think she's been looking great as of late. Like, I just been thinking, man, Tyson Kidd must be having a good time with this woman, if he even has a good time with women. But anyways, we get to the main event, and I will give WWE credit here. Any wrestling promotion that does this, I give them credit when you build up to your main event, because it makes me somewhat care even more about it. Like, any wrestling promotion that does that, I like it. It's just something that I like. And so when it comes down to it, you got Kevin Owens arriving to the building late with his car keys, and he's keeping his car keys because he doesn't want Braun Strowman to get the car keys. Kurt Angle's not happy about that. Kevin Owens is like, hey, you can't do this. And so Kevin Owens, he gets put into a match with Braun Strowman. Kevin Owens is trying to get out of this matchup. It's not going to happen. He asks Jinder Mahal for advice. Jinder Mahal is telling him to say namaste. And so when it comes down to it, Kevin Owens has to face Braun Strowman. He has to face Braun Strowman in the middle of the ring. And so you get the match. And Kevin Owens decides, no, I'm not dealing with this shit. Like any sane human being will do. So Kevin Owens runs away. Braun Strowman has his gimmick, I'm not finished with you. And so he looks around and he finds Kevin Owens in a porta potty. And Kevin Owens gets dragged by Braun Strowman throughout the arena. And the big payoff is Braun Strowman running a porta potty off the ramp with Kevin Owens inside of it. The fuck is this shit? It's funny to me. I hear so many wrestling fans, so many, go, we hate the PG era. We hate the PG attitude of the WWE. We hate the cartooniness. But yet these same motherfuckers cheer for Braun Strowman. These same motherfuckers go out here and be like, he should be the champion. Get these hands. Shut the fuck up. If you hate the PG era so much, why are you supporting this goof? No, for real. Braun Strowman, Care Bear, is a walking cartoon character. All he does is cartoon character shit. Y'all say Roman Reigns is killing wrestling. What about this piece of shit? He's the definition of everything you fucking hate. Big guy with limited moveset. Guy who no-sells a bunch of shit. Guy, oh, well, actually, no-sell a bunch of shit you actually like. Guy who barely sells worth of time. Guy who never puts anyone fucking over. Guy who doesn't draw ratings, doesn't draw money, doesn't draw interest. Braun Strowman sucks. And yet these same fucking YouTubers like JD from NY, the Lexman, Joe Cronin sit here and praise this fucking idiot. Yet blame Roman Reigns for the failure of WWE. Why don't you guys wake up? Why don't you guys wake up and fucking actually start blaming the real source of the problem, which is Braun Strowman, who is 10 times worse. He's a walking cartoon character. He's the antithesis of everything you hate. Yeah, you fucking love this shit. You hated when Roman Reigns was saying, suffering succotash, son. Yet you love Braun Strowman saying, get these hands, and acting like a cartoon character doing cartoon shit. For real. Yet the powerful voices of the YWC/IWC that get a lot of views on the stream, they support this shit. They sit here and they say, this is okay. No. If you don't like Roman Reigns doing it, don't fucking be all freaking twisted and say Braun Strowman doing it's okay. Braun Strowman doing it is just as pathetic as Roman Reigns doing it. Monster in the Bank can get off my fucking TV. Seriously. People like to blame Reigns for everything, yet they don't blame the main source of the problem. Who's been the guy that has been pushed more than Reigns? Oh, it's Braun Strowman's camel fucking flogging, tank top sweating ass. Fuck him. Like, for real. Fuck him. This is not even Braun Strowman hate. This is just me hating other wrestling fans that support an idiot like him. You guys complain and bitch and moan about all these other wrestlers, yet the fucking main problem is right in front of you. What are we going to get at Extreme Rules? Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens in a porta potty match? Well, whoop-de-doo. That sounds like fucking fun. Hope Braun Strowman loses, actually. Really hope he loses. Hell, if he gets injured, I wouldn't even care. Like, I heard Braun Strowman got injured or released, I'd be so happy. I'd be more happier than Gumby getting released. Fuck you, Gumby. You know, I actually had ideas to do, like, Gumby skits. Have it where Gumby tries to get his job back and he's like drinking. I had ideas of doing that, but whatever. Overall, Raw was trash. Hell, it was a porta potty. And that's why I said to myself at the beginning of the stream, sometimes I feel like I need therapy to watch this shit. But anyways, guys, what did you all think about Raw? Leave it in the comment section if you're watching via the playback or in the chat as well. You guys know for me, Raw was a porta potty. If you guys are here from WrestlingWithWrestling.com or you guys are here just watching the Raw review is now over. Now we go into the Q&A portion where you don't have to ask me anything professional wrestling. It can be everything. And look, I already made a bunch of NBA videos. Don't ask for me all these deep dive thoughts about goddamn DeMarcus Cousins or LeBron. I made those videos. I got more NBA videos I have to make maybe tomorrow or something because, like, really, to be honest, I don't get that much views. So it's like, who's really dying to hear my thoughts about Julius Randle signing with the Pelicans or something? But yeah, anyways, Q&A portion. Let's get started. Send in those questions. I'm just going to be on my phone real quick, checking the good old Instagrams and Twitters of the world and checking the time, obviously. Out to the darkness, I know the fire. What the fuck is this shit? I might watch The Crown. So Kevin Owens bleeds blue, or someone takes a shit that blue, I guess, either KO or someone is an android. Actually, no, that being someone who used to be a janitor and someone who has worked with porta potties in the past, that blue is to make the porta potty smell good. So which means WWE just had a fresh porta potty ready. So that was like the liquid that's inside the porta potties that's already there. So it's like every time when you see a fresh porta potty, it'll be blue as hell, which means no one has touched it. And what that blue is supposed to do is, like, when anyone takes a piss or shits in the porta potty, it's supposed to disintegrate it so that way it doesn't smell bad. Obviously, it doesn't do a good job, but you get the idea. I know everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck, porta potties?" Yeah, man. When you used to be a janitor and you did all this weird shit, man, you know way too much about janitorial stuff that you shouldn't know about. My final four World Cup is France. That's a good pick. Brazil. That's a good pick. Colombia. And Croatia. Croatia's a good pick. Colombia's the only team where I'm like, how's your UFC 226 hype level? I was more hype for 225. 226 is kind of like, here's the thing. DC lost to Jones twice. One time to cocaine, and then one time to steroids. I don't care what anyone says. It's hard for me to be hyped up for this super fight. Ortega and Holloway, that's cool. Ngannou and Lewis, that's cool. But everything else on the card is kind of like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like Chiesa versus Pettis. Like, fuck Michael Chiesa. He's a little bitch. I hate him. Pettis is cool, I guess. And I don't even know the other card on the fight, man. So, yeah, to me personally, 226 is kind of Like, I might order it still. Haven't decided yet. But I might still order it. Matt Hardy was the hottest name in wrestling 2 years ago with the broken stuff and then TNA. 2 years later, he's driving to Curtis Axel for 2 weeks in a row. Yikes. Yeah, to me, it's just because they don't do enough Hardy compound stuff. Like the thing that made Matt Hardy over in TNA and / Impact Wrestling was the fact that they would let him do all this crazy Hardy compound stuff, and he was like, there were like funny video segments every week. They don't let him do that for the WWE. They don't have him doing like training sessions in the zoo, or him and Rebecca are trying to make him eat green beans, or they're like ruining the kids' Halloween or something. Like there's no funny skits like that. Like that's what got him over. It wasn't like, oh, he's wrestling. No one gives a fuck about him wrestling. We want to see funny skits. We want to see Senor Benjamin. We want to see King Maxwell. You know, like seriously, we need to see more. Like we need to just see more of that. I'm not saying film like all these deletions and like make us watch that. No, I'm just saying film more Hardy compound stuff where it's him at the compound or Bray Wyatt's working on the compound to be woken or something like that. Like Bray Wyatt's building graves for the B team and Matt Hardy's like, wonderful. After we dispose of them at Extreme Rules, we will delete them here. And then we get a funny video of them trying to throw the B team into their graves or something like that. Like how hard is it just to do funny stuff like that? We just need more skits. The more skits, the better, man. The G1 special in San Francisco, the only matches I'm interested in is Omega versus Cody, Goto versus Matazana, and Goto versus Matazana for the never open weight title. Isn't that this Saturday? I want to say it's this Saturday. I'm not watching it live. I'm going to have to record it. I believe the G1 special is this Saturday, yeah? I want to say it's this Saturday. We all know Omega's going to win because they're not going to give Cody the belt. I'm surprised Cody didn't win the ROH title, but I guess ROH didn't want their champion to lose to the IWGP champion, even though they allowed that last year with the Okada, which makes no sense. You would think they would want Cody to face Omega, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not watching it live. I got work this Saturday, so I'm going to probably record it and then maybe do a review on, maybe not even review it, man. What's the point of reviewing that show? It's not even a major show. It's a major show for the United States. But last time I tried to talk sense to New Japan fans, they didn't like it, so yeah, screw that, man. Chase said, no, I did not see this wonderful picture. Maybe Tanahashi is done with New. I'll be so sad if Tanahashi ever leaves New Japan. I'll cry. Like, no, I'll straight up. I'm not even joking about that. I'll be so sad. Did you see the stupidity on Twitter where anti-Roman Reigns fans can't complain all night about Reigns wrestling twice on Raw? Oh, that's such a shame. I feel so bad that they have to watch Roman Reigns wrestle twice on Raw. Who cares? These guys are going to complain about Reigns no matter what he does. Reigns can fucking pay their child support or actually help them with their stupid Patreons, and they would still complain that Roman Reigns is freaking helping them with Patreon. Why don't these guys stop complaining about everything in wrestling and stop complaining how YouTube is not monetizing their videos and stop complaining about how YouTube's fucking them over and maybe actually make content that's different than other YWC creators, maybe actually have a different voice and maybe use your voice for something other than the same fucking shit. I already hear one YouTuber bitch about Reigns. Why don't you be someone that's more sensible? Sometimes this is where I wish I had more viewers. Like here's the thing. The reason why sometimes I wish I had more viewers is so that way people could hear a different voice and they can realize like that's not the only voice you hear in the YWC. Because it's so embarrassing seeing it that like the main three that I mentioned, JD from NY, Joe Cronin, and the Lexman. Those are like the main three a lot of people watch and know about, and those are the voices that are like the popular opinion. When it's like, come on, man. And then when OTR Central is like someone that's like using a different voice, they all hate on it. I wish one of these guys, JD from NY, Joe Cronin, and shit like that, could just nut up and stop trying to like appease their little fan base that they have now and stop worrying about money and their Patreon bullshit. And they actually try to use their voice for reasoning. And they actually try to be different. Because really, to be honest, the only reason why they use the same voice as everyone else is because they know it's Patreon, they know it's the money that they're going to make, and that's how it is. They want to make sure they keep their Patreon funds. Trust me, there's idiots out there. I'm an idiot. I still have my WWE network. I could cancel that anytime. But for me personally, I just keep it. I don't know why. There's some other subscriptions that I should probably be canceling, but I still keep them. So yeah, when it comes down to it, man, it's just that's why you hear these YouTubers say the same shit. They want the revenue to still keep coming. It's all business at the end of the day. They could use their voice, probably make more revenue down the line, but at the end of the day, wrestling fans are just like WWE. They're fine with what they currently have, especially YWC shooters. You notice the only ones that really take risk, you notice how at first they're kind of and people will dislike the videos and they'll lose subscribers, but then ultimately they gain more subscribers back and they gain more views and they gain more revenue down the line. Those are the ones willing to take risks. But every YouTuber, the JD from NYs, the Lexmans, Joe Cronins, the reason why they're at the position they're at, the reason why they are always going to be at that level is because they're just like the WWE. They're fine with being at that level because they still get the revenue, they get the Patreon. That's enough for them to get by on this shit. When in reality, they should really think about, and they always bitch about WWE taking risks, when they should honestly be the ones taking the more risks and saying stuff that isn't a popular opinion and trying to use their voice for different powers and different mediums. Because to me personally, it's funny how they will complain about WWE being complacent as a company when themselves as entrepreneurs, because when you step on YouTube and you make revenue and funds on YouTube, no matter how small or little it is, you are an entrepreneur. You are betting on yourself to make money. And ultimately, these guys do the same shit. That's why, to me personally, it's funny when they bitch about, oh, WWE is just stagnant. They're okay with being stagnant when they're the same. They're exactly the same as WWE. How funny is that? I'm just saying, not really. There's one wrestling podcast that has a hardcore perspective and a casual perspective. I'm just saying, change your voice up. Because I don't want to listen to the same voice. If I listen to JD from NY rant about Roman Reigns, why would I want to listen to you rant about Roman Reigns? Hell, we're not even talking about Bruce Blitz, who's probably one of the bigger guys. He's the guy with the bigger voice. He's been doing the same shit for 10 years. But he's the one who first started this all shit. With the Reigns and the Cena hate and everything like that. So pretty much they're just carbon copies of Bruce Blitz. And they just go with the popular opinion. Oh, NXT is awesome. 205 Live is improving. Oh, blah, blah, blah. All wrestling companies suck outside of WWE. Oh, we do watch other wrestling companies. We just don't have time to review them. And here's the thing. I watch other wrestling companies. I just don't review them because really, to be honest, this is not my job. They're trying to make it like their jobs. There's a difference. This is just a side hobby that I like doing and stuff like that, where I can talk to human beings that like wrestling as well. But, and other stuff. Because, I feel like here's my fan base. My fan base are not just wrestling fans. Like you know what I'm saying? Y'all are not just, y'all don't just, sit there and y'all just watch wrestling 24/7. Y'all watch basketball, y'all watch MMA, y'all watch football, y'all watch anime, y'all watch other TV shows, y'all into comic books, y'all into trading card games. Like my fan base are just people who watch wrestling, or even don't even watch wrestling. They just like to talk about wrestling. They just want to talk, even if it's just about the past. That's how I feel like my viewer base is. The people that watch Chase Oliver are just people who are just yeah, I watch wrestling. Yeah, I may be taking it a little bit too seriously. But there's other hobbies I like that I also take really too seriously. Like you guys see me with the NBA and the NFL. If you guys watch those videos or you watch MMA content of mine, you know I take those content just as seriously as I do pro wrestling. That's why, for me personally, those guys, those fan bases are the people that just watch wrestling. They watch nothing else. They don't know what another sport is. They don't understand. They don't even play video games. All these motherfuckers do is sit on the WWE Network, New Japan World, Fight Club, GWN, and they just watch and talk about wrestling. So yeah, man. I know it's oh, Chase, why are you making this? Look, they're not even going to watch this. Like seriously. They're not going to watch this. They don't care what I have to say anyways. They're going to just look at my numbers and be like, what does this Joe Schmo know? And yeah, if I'm them, I would say the same thing. What would this Joe Schmo know? But for me personally, I always listen to any voice that tells me to improve. You know, sometimes I can't get to everyone. Sometimes I can't hear every complaint. Sometimes I can't hear every compliment. But man, I just find it funny when they're the ones bitching and they bitch about how WWE is complacent when they themselves, as a business, as an entrepreneur, is just as complacent. And it's just ridiculous to me, man. When people talk about Raw last night, they weren't talking about Aquaman, Care Bear, Balor, Bailey, and Sasha last night. They talked about Dr. Shelby more than these guys. Yeah. Side goofy characters are the most over thing in wrestling, which is ridiculous. Yeah, no, I was saying Batman, y'all watch, it's not like you just watch wrestling though. It's not like wrestling's the only thing you watch. That's what I'm saying. That's what my viewer base is. My viewer base, we get to the Q&As. Maybe every once in a while there's wrestling questions. But it's not just 100% pure wrestling questions. Most of the time, especially when football season starts up, that Q&A becomes an NFL session. In fact, I had a Raw review one time. And we were talking about the Golden State Warriors versus the Cavs 3 years ago or something, 2 years ago. my most viewed segment on my YouTube video was not my Raw review, not a rant I did about Finn Balor. I don't even think I pulled out the jobber jacket for that episode. I don't even know what it was. But the most viewed segment was me talking about how the Cavs couldn't beat the Warriors in the finals and that the Warriors were going to win in 5-6 games at the most. That was my most viewed segment of the whole stream on the playback. Because all my other views were like 10, 15. Then that segment had like 100. So I was like, oh, okay. Instead of bitching about Aquaman do what I did, turned out as soon as he appears in Rome, that's their own fix. Yeah. If you're watching TV, yeah. It makes no sense. Like, don't buy a ticket though. If you're complaining about Roman Reigns, don't buy a ticket and expect like, oh, if we just walk away during this match, it'll show the company doesn't care. No, they won at the end of the day. They got your money. If you really don't care about Roman Reigns, don't watch. Like, do you think I watch Care Bear segments? Absolutely not. I watch him on YouTube, but I ain't gonna give him a rating. Fuck that. Why would I support that motherfucker? He's a piece of shit. He sucks. He's a jobber. Like, I want WWE to realize to stop pushing pieces of shits. Like Constable Corbin, now that's a main eventer. Like Baron Corbin 4, I don't know. But this Constable Corbin character, I shitted on at first, but I will turn around and say I was wrong. And that's another thing. All these other YouTubers, they don't want to admit they're wrong. I will admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong about Constable Corbin. I thought this was a joke. But the more I see this metal shop teacher on my television, the more I say, this is awesome. I love Constable Corbin. Like, this guy is great. And everyone's going to be like, well, Chase, it's because he pinned Finn Balor. No, it's just because the character is awesome. Like, he's great. I love it. He wears watches. He wrestles in a suit. It's great. By the way, I'm eating some nuts because they're healthy and shit like that. I'm at 214 pounds, guys. This is the month. I'm telling y'all right now. By the end of July, I'm going to be under 200. All right? King Spartan, I hate you. But you're right. No, I'll say, here's the thing. I'll say I'm right 60% of the time. And 40% of the time I'm wrong. How about that, King Spartan? Let's make an agreement there. Let's make an agreement. I do like nuts, man. These roasted nuts from Sprouts. These just good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, but I'm going to get under 200 pounds, all right? I'm at 214 and stuff like that. After work today, I'm going to hit the treadmill. I'm going to run my 2 miles because I'm fat still and I can't run more than that. Like, it's funny. I could run like 3 miles outside. Like, I can run 3 miles outside like it's nothing. But on the treadmill, I feel like it's disaster running like 1 or 2 miles, man. Like, I hate that. Like, I'll be like looking, maybe it's because I can see the number. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh shit, it's at 1 mile, fuck this. Maybe that's why. But like, I can run 3 miles outside like it's nothing. No, I'm not saying I'm fast. Like, oh no, it takes me like an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes to run 3 miles outside. I'm not almost Care Bear's weight. Get the fuck on out of here. Care Bear's like 300 pounds. I'm 214. Dragon Ball Super Heroes Episode 1. They dropped that shit? Huh. I must have missed it. I really must have missed it. Anyways, guys, I'll be right back. As you guys know, I have a disease. I have to go use the restroom real quick. But leave more questions. dog was right there. I didn't see him. Just laying on the floor. Yeah, but you guys see it, right? Like you all see the slimness coming in. Look at this. Like before in the streams, it'd be like fat. But now it's like, oh, you know, kind of getting the slim going. I'm on that Kevin Owens diet, man. On that Kevin Owens diet, man. Oh, it's on YouTube? Well, what happens this episode, Straight? You can not spoil. You can spoil a little bit. I just want to know what happens. Like, I need to know, is it like worth my damn time? Oh, so the disease I have ulcerative colitis. So it's a disease where like my colitis is infected. And so, like, I'm on this, like, new diet and everything. Like I have this weird-ass medication and stuff. Like, I take, like, all these pills and everything. Like I have this, like, I'll show you guys. I have this much crap right here. These are all pills that I have to take. This is all the pills that I have to take and stuff like that for my disease. So these are all the pills I have to take for my disease. And shit like that, because like it recently spread and stuff like that, man. And then I also got to take this weird thing, like yeah, dude, I take like so much fucking medication, and then I take this bullshit. So yeah, I take like all this medication and shit like that and whatnot. So yeah, it's like it's an annoying disease, but like pretty much it's like you have constant diarrhea. You always have to go to use the restroom at inconvenient times and everything like that. You feel pain and stuff. It's all right. But yeah, like when I need to go to the restroom, man. Like I go at least to take a number 2 at least like 3 to 4 times and stuff like that. But now I'm on this new diet that supposedly will help me not poop as much. And so far it's been going good. Like I haven't pooped as much as I used to and stuff like that. But this is to help me lose weight and also be able to be in good graces and stuff like that. So yeah. Oh, Goku versus Goku. I might check that out and everything like that. I thought it was going to be like a full series. I thought it would be on the Crunchyroll or some shit, man. Wilson Channel's a good signing, though. They need someone that... Who are they going to give up, though? Like, who are the... Because Wilson Chandler has a nice contract. Like, it's not like it's a... Like, who are they giving up? I mean, if the Nuggets get Covington, that would be a good pickup. But I don't see the Sixers giving up Covington, man. Do you know who Chase Owens is in the Bullet Club? Yeah, I know who Chase Owens is. He's pretty funny. He's just like a random jobber character for them. Like, he's probably, like... I know Kenny Omega likes him. Like, Kenny Omega says Chase Owens is one of his favorites. Like, personal favorite guys in general. And stuff like that. But, other than that, like, I just know that he's like the jobber guy in the Bullet Club. He just jobs to everyone else and stuff like that, so. And that's good. Every group needs that. I just find his name playing Chase Owens. I forgot who it was. Someone showed me like a indie match graphic, and there was a guy named Chase Oliver. And I was like, dude, this guy's doing gimmick infringement right now. I heard that the conspiracies that Lonzo Ball Lonzo Ball leaked the news so he wouldn't get traded. Like I heard like the Lakers knew of the injury, but they weren't going to tell other teams, and so they were going to trade him. But then Lonzo's camp was like, "Oh no, we ain't getting traded, my MCL and stuff like that." So I heard that story and stuff like that. Oh, it'll be like a 2-week thing. All right, cool. I'll watch Dragon Ball Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I'll watch it, but it's not gonna replace the heart that Dragon Ball Super has left, man. Like, oh, I love Dragon Ball Super, man. That shit would, I gotta go rewatch that eventually, man. I'm thinking about rewatching it when there's like no good anime on, and just be rewatching Dragon Ball Super again. The Tournament of Power, oh, what an amazing arc. Have you ever watched Sean Blazington NBA conspiracy vids? They're fucking hilarious. No, I haven't. I watched I recently found Clive NBA parodies. Oh my god, dude, his shit is hilarious, dude. Chase Owens, that's not even a question. Jay White's a piece of shit. No, but I haven't watched Sean Blazington. I'll go watch his conspiracy vids, man. I love conspiracy. Like, are they like the straight shooter? Are they like supposed to be funny, or are they like legit conspiracy? Because I like both. I just want to know if they're supposed to be funny and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's Clive NBA parody. That's another funny guy, man. Oh, dude, his Kevin Durant, his Kyrie, and his LeBron are like, every time I see those characters that he plays, dude, I just start laughing, dude, and stuff like that. Like, oh my god, Russell Westbrook just doesn't know what it's like to be with the Warriors. Oh my god. Like, oh, good shit. You see, Braun Strowman, what you are is just a little loser that doesn't know what it's like to face a real man. So Braun Strowman, what I'm going to do is put you in the Casino clutch and make you fall asleep. Oh, the Screaming Joe. I don't review SmackDown. If I reviewed SmackDown, it'd be like, oh, Screaming Joe promos would be like the #1 draw of that channel, of those reviews. All right, cool. I'll go watch some of those when I get off of here. Speaking of getting off of here, I do have to get off here right now because I do got to get ready for the gym. You know, I got to start building this muscle back up, damn it. Got to build these muscles back up. I'm on the workout grind. Hopefully I inspire some of you guys to work out too. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Remember one time. Oh, man, dude. Remember, guys, just like our current reigning, longest defending Universal Champion Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And ooh, yo.